The Teaching of Vimalakīrti. Chapter 8. The Dharma-Door of Nonduality. Then the Lichavi Vimalakīrti asked those bodhisattvas, "Good sirs, please explain how the bodhisattvas enter the Dharma-Door of Nonduality." The bodhisattva Dhammavikovana declared, "Noble sir, production and destruction are two, but what is not produced and does not occur cannot be destroyed. Thus the attainment of the tolerance of the birthlessness of things is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Srigupta declared, "I and mine are two. If there is no presumption of a self, there will be no possessiveness. Thus, the absence of presumption is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Srikuta declared, "Defilement and purification are two. When there is thorough knowledge of defilement, there will be no conceit about purification. The path leading to the complete conquest of all conceit is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Sunakshatra declared, "Distraction and attention are two. When there is no distraction, there will be no attention, no mentation, and no mental intensity. Thus, the absence of mental intensity is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Subahu declared, "Bodhisattva spirit and disciple spirit are two. When both are seen to resemble an illusory spirit, there is no bodhisattva spirit, nor any disciple spirit. Thus, the sameness of natures of spirits is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Animisha declared, "Grasping and non-grasping are two. What is not grasped is not perceived, and what is not perceived is neither presumed nor repudiated. Thus, the inaction and non-involvement of all things is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Sunetra declared, "Uniqueness and characterlessness are two. Not to presume or construct something is neither to establish its uniqueness nor to establish its characterlessness. To penetrate the equality of these two is to enter non-duality." The bodhisattva Pusha declared, "Good and evil are two. Seeking neither good nor evil, the understanding of the non-duality of the significant and the meaningless is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Simha declared, "Sinfulness and sinlessness are two. By means of the diamond-like wisdom that pierces to the quick, not to be bound or liberated is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Simhamati declared, "To say this is impure and that is immaculate makes for duality. One who, attaining equanimity, forms no conception of impurity or immaculateness, yet is not utterly without conception, has equanimity without any attainment of equanimity. He enters the absence of conceptual knots. Thus he enters into non-duality." The bodhisattva Sukadimukta declared, "To say this is happiness and that is misery is dualism. One who is free of all calculations through the extreme purity of gnosis, his mind is aloof, like empty space, and thus he enters into non-duality." The bodhisattva Narayana declared, "To say this is mundane and that is transcendental is dualism. This world has the nature of voidness, so there is neither transcendence nor involvement, neither progress nor standstill. Thus, neither to transcend nor to be involved, neither to go nor to stop. This is the entrance into non-duality." The bodhisattva Dantamati declared, "Life and liberation are dualistic. Having seen the nature of life, one neither belongs to it, nor is one utterly liberated from it. Such understanding is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Prajñāpāramitā declared, "Destructible and indestructible are dualistic. What is destroyed is ultimately destroyed. What is ultimately destroyed does not become destroyed. Hence it is called indestructible. What is indestructible is instantaneous, and what is instantaneous is indestructible. The experience of such is called the entrance into the principle of non-duality." The Bodhisattva Samantagupta declared, "Self and selflessness are dualistic. Since the existence of self cannot be perceived, what is there to be made selfless? Thus the non-dual vision of their nature is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Vidyudeva declared, "Knowledge and ignorance are dualistic. The natures of ignorance and knowledge are the same, for ignorance is undefined, incalculable, and beyond the sphere of thought. The realization of this is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Priyadarshana declared, "Matter itself is void. Voidness does not result from the destruction of matter, but the nature of matter is itself voidness. Therefore, to speak of voidness on the one hand, and of matter or of sensation or of intellect or of motivation, or of consciousness on the other, is entirely dualistic. Consciousness itself is voidness. Voidness does not result from the destruction of consciousness, but the nature of consciousness is itself voidness. Such understanding of the five compulsive aggregates and the knowledge of them as such by means of gnosis is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Prabhaketu declared, "To say that the four main elements are one thing and the etheric space element another is dualistic. The four main elements are themselves the nature of space. The past itself is also the nature of space. The future itself is also the nature of space. Likewise, the present itself is also the nature of space. The gnosis that penetrates the elements in such a way is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Sumati declared, "I and form are dualistic. To understand the I correctly, and not to have attachment, aversion, or confusion with regard to form, that is called peace. Similarly, ear and sound, nose and smell, tongue and taste, body and touch, and mind and phenomena, all are dualistic. But to know the mind, and to be neither attached, averse, nor confused with regard to phenomena, that is called peace. To live in such peace is to enter into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Akshayamati declared, "The dedication of generosity for the sake of attaining omniscience is dualistic. The nature of generosity is itself omniscience, and the nature of omniscience itself is total dedication. Likewise, it is dualistic to dedicate morality, tolerance, effort, meditation, and wisdom for the sake of omniscience. Omniscience is the nature of wisdom, and total dedication is the nature of omniscience. Thus, the entrance into this principle of uniqueness is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Gambhirabuddhi declared, "It is dualistic to say that voidness is one thing, signlessness another, and wishlessness still another. What is void has no sign. What has no sign has no wish. Where there is no wish, there is no process of thought, mind, or consciousness. To see the doors of all liberations and the door of one liberation is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Santendriya declared, "It is dualistic to say Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. The Dharma is itself the nature of the Buddha. The Sangha is itself the nature of the Dharma, and all of them are uncompounded. The uncompounded is infinite space, and the processes of all things are equivalent to infinite space. Adjustment to this is the entrance into non-duality." The Bodhisattva Apratiha Tachakshu declared, it is dualistic to refer to aggregates and to the cessation of aggregates. Aggregates themselves are cessation. Why? The egoistic views of aggregates, being unproduced themselves, do not exist ultimately. Hence, such views do not really conceptualize, these are aggregates, or these aggregates cease. Ultimately, they have no such discriminative constructions and no such conceptualizations. Therefore, such views have themselves the nature of cessation. Non-occurrence and non-destruction are the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Suvinita declared, physical, verbal, and mental vows do not exist dualistically. Why? These things have the nature of inactivity. The nature of inactivity of the body is the same as the nature of inactivity of speech, whose nature of inactivity is the same as the nature of inactivity of the mind. It is necessary to know and to understand this fact of the ultimate inactivity of all things, for this knowledge is the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Punyakshetra declared, it is dualistic to consider actions meritorious, sinful, or unmoving. The non-undertaking of meritorious, sinful, and unmoving actions is not dualistic. The intrinsic nature of all such actions is voidness, wherein ultimately there is neither merit nor sin, nor non-movement, nor action itself. The non-accomplishment of such actions is the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Padmavyuha declared, dualism is produced from obsession with self, but true understanding of self does not result in dualism. Who thus abides in non-duality is without ideation, and that absence of ideation is the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Sri Gaba declared, duality is constituted by perceptual manifestation. Non-duality is objectlessness. Therefore, non-grasping and non-rejection is the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Chandrotara declared, darkness and light are dualistic, but the absence of both darkness and light is non-duality. Why? At the time of absorption in cessation, there is neither darkness nor light, and likewise with the natures of all things. The entrance into this equanimity is the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Ratnamudrahasta declared, it is dualistic to detest the world and to rejoice in liberation, and neither detesting the world nor rejoicing in liberation is non-duality. Why? Liberation can be found where there is bondage, but where there is ultimately no bondage, where is there need for liberation? The mendicant who is neither bound nor liberated does not experience any like or any dislike, and thus he enters non-duality. The Bodhisattva Manikutta Raja declared, it is dualistic to speak of good paths and bad paths. One who is on the path is not concerned with good or bad paths. Living in such unconcern, he entertains no concepts of path or non-path. Understanding the nature of concepts, his mind does not engage in duality. Such is the entrance into non-duality. The Bodhisattva Satyananda declared, it is dualistic to speak of true and false. When one sees truly, one does not ever see any truth. So how could one see falsehood? Why? One does not see with the physical eye. One sees with the eye of wisdom, and with the wisdom eye one sees only in so far as there is neither sight nor non-sight. There, where there is neither sight nor non-sight, is the entrance into non-duality. When the Bodhisattvas had given their explanations, they all addressed the Crown Prince Manjushri. Manjushri, what is the Bodhisattva's entrance into non-duality? Manjushri replied, "Good sirs, you have all spoken well. Nevertheless, all your explanations are themselves dualistic. To know no one teaching, to express nothing, to say nothing, to indicate nothing, and to designate nothing, that is the entrance into non-duality." Then the Crown Prince Manjushri said to the Licchavi Vimalakīrti, "We have all given our own teachings, noble sir. Now may you elucidate the teaching of the entrance into the principle of non-duality." Thereupon the Licchavi Vimalakīrti kept his silence, saying nothing at all. The Crown Prince Manjushri applauded the Licchavi Vimalakīrti. "Excellent, excellent, noble sir. This is indeed the entrance into the non-duality of the bodhisattvas. Here there is no use for syllables, sounds, and ideas." When these teachings had been declared, 5,000 bodhisattvas entered the door of the Dharma of non-duality and attained tolerance of the birthlessness of things.